This was our MinisForum Ryzen 9 computer at the end of the last video. This computer is fully operational using integrated graphics, and we have fitted 2 cooling fans. At the back of the frame is an HTPlex 500 watt all-in-one power supply. This supplies all the cables and voltages to run this computer. We have also added 2 NVMe SSDs of 1TB and 4TB sizes. The motherboard does have a PCIe 5x16 graphics card slot, which we're going to make use of today. However, the existing frame doesn't have enough room to accommodate the graphics card, so we're going to extend the frame. And this is the frame we are going to use, which will double the volume of the existing frame. All we need to do is to bolt this to the existing frame, and then we can start looking to mount the graphics card. So we will need to do a little disassembly of the existing frame to allow it to be bolted to the new frame. We will detach one of the long struts from each subframe and bolt them together with right-angled brackets. When these are in place, we can then reattach these struts to the first subframe and then the second. When this has been completed at the top and bottom, the frame will then be one piece. We will also need a horizontal strut to provide support for the graphics card. We can now connect the 2 subframes together. This modular approach makes extending computer cases much easier, especially at the prototype stage. With enough brackets, the eventual frame will be both rigid and light. So there is our frame bolted together as one piece. Next we need to look to see just how the graphics card will fit in, and here is the RX 9060 XT graphics card. The plan is to mount it like this with the fans pointing downward. So we need a vertical beam to screw the graphics card bracket into and a support underneath the card. Additionally, we will need a suitable graphics riser cable to allow the card to connect to the PCIe slot on the motherboard. But first, the vertical strut needs to be fitted to the front of the frame. So again, some more disassembly to allow this to be fitted. Now we can fit the graphics card in place by bolting it to the vertical Makerbeam strut. Fitting a suitable support under the graphics card will help to minimize stress on the board. I want to do more to further support the graphics card, and I'm looking on this as a temporary approach. We have 2 final pieces of work to do here. Firstly, to fit the PCIe riser cable between the graphics card and the motherboard. I needed a cable that wasn't too long, was also flexible and supported PCIe 5 to get the best out of the graphics card. Fitting it was a little fiddly, but it's very unlikely to become loose. The final piece of work was to run an 8-pin PCIe power cable from the HTPlex PSU to the graphics card. The RX 9060 XT recommends a 550 watt PSU in such a system, but I'm banking on the 500 watt being sufficient as the Ryzen 9 is a lower power chip. And of course, I'll be adding another Noctua fan at the back of the frame to promote a good airflow. And here we have the newly extended frame back in the rack for testing, and we'll have those results in the next video. That's it for today. Thank you for watching.